everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about 5 things that make the autumn season special for me. This video is completely inspired by the lovely Mrs. Meldrum, who uploaded a video last week, I think, all about things to do in autumn, almost like an autumn bucket list. And I just watched the video with a massive smile on my face the whole way through because everything she said just sums up autumn to me. So if you haven't seen that video already, I'll leave it linked for you. Do go and watch that one as well. But it inspired me to have a think about the things that really make the autumn season extra special and that I particularly enjoy doing or using in the colder months. For me, autumn is all about the senses, the beautiful colours of the leaves, the smells of the cinnamon and the scented candles and the fire, just all of that good stuff that makes autumn feel really cosy and welcoming. So I thought I would theme the video around the senses. It just made sense to me. So I'm going to start with touch because I'm wearing it, and for me, autumn is all about snuggly jumpers, feeling cozy and comfortable, plus any excuse to invest in some knitwear, and I'm not gonna grumble. And this particular jumper is my favorite at the moment. It's from Zara, and it's hard to tell actually in this video, but it's covered in these little pom-poms, and it's the softest, cuddliest jumper I think I've ever bought, and I'm gonna absolutely live in it this season. It was $29.99. It's really, really thick and good quality, and it's a lovely, soft wool. It's not itchy or scratchy at all. It's not too bulky. I can wear my leather jacket over the top. I can tuck it in to my jeans if I want to, and it's just perfection. The only thing that worries me is that I'm going to spill stuff on it. Which I have a tendency to do. But other than that, this is my perfect autumn jumper. So moving on to taste, and I feel like the world is divided into 2 types of people, those who like pumpkin spice and those who don't. I am firmly in the pumpkin spice fan club side of the population, but I know there are plenty who aren't. And actually, controversially, I posted on my Instagram stories, I think last week, to say that this year, I'm just not feeling the pumpkin spice lattes at Starbucks. I don't know what they've done to them. I don't know whether they're putting in more syrup or they've just changed the recipe of it, but they're way too sweet this year. I've even been to multiple Starbucks across my local area to check because I just couldn't believe that I wasn't enjoying it as much this year. And they're just way too sweet. They make my teeth hurt, they're so sweet. So I've actually moved on to a maple latte with oat milk, and what can I say, this is the new pumpkin spice latte in my eyes. It's not as sweet as the pumpkin spice. It still tastes really warming and cozy and autumnal, but without making your teeth fall out of your face. Spot the person that didn't get much sleep last night. But it's not just about the hot drinks. I'm a massive fan of baking in the autumn, particularly with pumpkin and cinnamon flavors. I think I've made a few videos over the years with recipes for pumpkin cakes that Meryn and I make. If I can find them, I will link them for you. There's one in particular that is just the easiest pumpkin cake recipe I've ever tried, and it is so delicious. It's like a crumble, but with pumpkin instead of fruit. So I would highly recommend that one if you're a fan of that kind of flavor. So moving on to sight, and I thought I would share with you some of the Netflix and just general TV things that I have been loving over the autumn so far. The first and most comforting one for me is X Factor, and Strictly. As soon as they come back onto our screens, I just want to chuck on a onesie and my slippers and not leave the house for the rest of the year. I get such cozy autumn vibes just from hearing the theme tune. Meryn is really into them this year as well. So we sit as a family on the sofa and watch them together, and that just sums up autumn to me. But other things that I'm enjoying watching at the moment, Killing Eve. I was a little late to the party, but if you haven't started watching it yet, we've just finished the whole season in a couple of days. Oh my God, it is brilliant. You have to watch it. Everything from obviously the plot, the acting, the 2 lead females in it are incredible. But not only that, the way it's shot, it's just quite unique, and it just feels very different. It's on BBC iPlayer. It is well worth a look. It's a little bit gruesome in parts, so if you're not into that kind of thing, maybe it won't be for you, but for everybody else, it's awesome. If you haven't seen it already, go and check it out. And I'm just gonna chuck another one in because Halloween is fast approaching, and I always feel really brave at this time of year and think that I can handle like a really supernatural, spooky TV series. So I always give one a bash at around mid-October. Usually it terrifies the living crap out of me and I can't finish watching it. This might be one of those series. Have you watched yet The Haunting of Hill House, I think it's called, on Netflix? Dan and I started it the other night. It is terrifying, absolutely. I just don't know if we're going to be able to finish it. However, I wanted to mention it because it really is a good one. Even though it scares me, I can appreciate how good it is. We will persevere, I'm sure, but you know when you watch an episode of something, you're like, right, you've got to put on something fluffy immediately. It's something like, I don't know, Gavin and Stacey, or something really innocent and light and fluffy, just to take my mind off it. It is that scary. But again, if you're into that kind of thing, or you just want to get in the Halloween frame of mind, I would tentatively suggest that you give it a watch. Side note, has everybody seen the trailer for the new Sabrina the Teenage Witch? They've remade it for grown-ups. I can't wait. It is out, I think next week, definitely before Halloween, on Netflix. Get on it. That just sounds amazing. I'll leave a link to the trailer in the description box. If you watch the original, you will be just as excited as me. Go and check it out. Sense number 4 is sound, and I don't know what happens to me at this time of year, but I get really nostalgic when it comes to my music choices. I think I've said before, but we're quite eclectic in our taste in music as a family. We like stuff that spans many, many decades, but particularly in the autumn, if I put anything on a Sunday morning or in the evening when I'm cooking and things, it is likely to be something really nostalgic, like for instance, Fleetwood Mac, Simon and Garfunkel, Neil Young, Johnny Cash, that kind of thing. Stuff that reminds me of growing up, my childhood. I guess it all ties in with the whole cozy feeling, comfortable and warm and safe and snuggly in your home. But yeah, this time of year, that is definitely the kind of thing I would listen to. I also have found a really good autumn playlist on Spotify, which again I will link for you. I'll leave everything I've mentioned linked in the description box, but that's a good one to listen to when you're just pottering around your house on the weekend and you want to feel cozy and warm and snuggly. So the final sense is smell, and would it even be an autumn related video if I didn't mention candles? I have bought a lot of candles over the years, and I continue to buy a lot of candles, always at this time of year as well. That's when I get a little bit overzealous with the candle purchasing, but my favorite, hands down, autumn winter candle scent by an absolute mile is this diptyque candle. I was about to try and pronounce it, but I'll just embarrass myself. I think it's Feu de Bois, yeah, I don't know, but it basically means wood of the fire, I believe, and that is what it smells like. It smells like a beautifully fragranced, cozy wood fire in your lounge with a good looking, sexy, nice smelling man like my husband sat next to you. That is what it smells like. I have bought it a couple of times. I will never fall out of love with it. It's not one that I can ever imagine myself not wanting in my home. The one I have at the moment is running dangerously low, so I'm gonna have to get myself another one this year. But for all the pumpkin spice candles that I love and the baking scented candles, none of them will ever beat this one. It's a real classic, and it just wouldn't be autumn without it. So those are my 5 favourite autumn related things. Let me know in the comments below what your favourite things about the season are. Also let me know if you think pumpkin spice lattes are way too sweet this year. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more of this kind of video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!